Hi. I I don't know why I feel so nervous about this, but I do. So this is going to be my first YouTube, or I'm opening up a YouTube channel. And the reason why, or actually I don't really know the reason why yet. I just have this real strong sense and urge, or like it's like an inner pull that is saying I need to be seen, or I need to show up more. I have something to share, but I don't quite know what that is or what it's supposed to look like. And when the idea came to open up a YouTube channel, which was probably now about 3 months ago, I would say, I I liked the idea, like the idea of the platform of YouTube felt quite clean to me. It felt quite spacious, it felt quite open. It felt in some ways quite safe in a quite a strange way, because really, you're opening yourself up to potentially millions of people. I'm not saying millions of people are going to watch this, but there's a possibility. But for some reason, when the idea came, it felt fine. It felt okay. Where as opposed to Instagram or TikTok, it feels very fast paced and um clickbaity and very trend following, just fast. It didn't feel like the right place for whatever it is that wants to come through. And so YouTube felt like a good place to be. um but within these 3 months, I've been trying to work out and figure out what it is I'm here to share. And I don't know. I don't know. I have looked at many YouTubers and I felt extremely inspired by a lot of them and a lot of the content that I love to consume. I, for a minute, thought that maybe I'm here to kind of mimic and do something similar around the subjects of spirituality and consciousness and awakening and like intimacy and sexual blueprints and things that really interest me in business and motherhood. And so I spent some time thinking that was the way, and thinking about how I would do my own version of that. And so I did do a few kind of mock up videos, but they felt very, I would say, like there's a sensation that I'm now able to tune into when it isn't authentic. It's like inauthentic. It feels quite heavy on my chest, and it feels like I'm putting on something. It feels heavy. It doesn't feel right. Um, so then it kind of left me back at square one again. I was like, okay, I thought I was onto something. I thought maybe this is what it is. This is the type of framework that I'm supposed to follow. Like, here's 3 steps to, I don't know, change your mindset, or here's 3 steps to manifest. Like, I have so many incredible stories about manifestation, and so many funny random things happen to me that I do and would love to share those stories at some point. But there was something about that way of delivering that didn't really feel right to me. So yeah, I was back at the drawing board. I was like, I don't really know what it is I'm here to share. And then I spent a couple of months, or maybe like 4 weeks, getting really into like the metrics and understanding YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll film and create content for the next 6 months in private, so I can really get into the identity of this content creator, and I can really feel comfortable before I share. And then what I'll do is I'll set up my my YouTube channel, and then I'll click go on the scheduler, and it'll just post things 3 times a week for me. And the algorithms will pick it up, and they'll see that it's regular content, and I'll get 1,000 followers, and then I'll start getting passive income. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I think I know what's happened here. I think the ego, the trickster, has hijacked this what was and still is quite a pure idea and quite a an innocent idea, and it's now making it a thing, and it wants to attach an identity on it, and it wants it to be successful, and it wants to be popular, and it wants to get recognized and be validated. And I'm not saying any of those things are wrong, because I need to admit to myself that those things are nice to receive. It is nice to get validated for something that you have made and you share, like that. It feels so nice to be recognized. um but I'd love nothing more than to create something and build a community of people that resonate with me and what I have to share. But I don't want that to be the reason why I'm doing something. I want to do it for the purpose of art and creating or channeling or allowing myself space to bring something forward that is being asked of me. And so the metrics really need to stay out of it. I spent, weeks looking at videos on YouTube of how to get to 1,000 followers and blah blah blah, and that just felt so inauthentic and so exhausting. By the end of it, I was like, why am I doing this? Why? um and so I'm like left stumped again, and it's bringing me back to being procrastinating this project. And the not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing is like, well, if I don't know, then wait for guidance, wait until you know. And then I watched a video yesterday, or it came up on my phone. It felt so timely aligned. And it was Dolce. I think I pronounced her name right. And it was one of her videos. And she just posted like a diary entry of just her thoughts weekly. And I was like, oh my God, why am I not, why don't I do that? Like, why can't my first video be this? Like, I don't know yet what is being called forth. I don't really know what I'm being guided towards. I know I'm being pulled in this direction, and I am very familiar with listening to guidance now. Tends to come in a few different ways. Sometimes I get messages for people, but sometimes it might come through as like an instruction to do something, or sometimes it's like a background feeling that doesn't go away, and it comes with a level of curiosity, and then little bouts of excitement. And so I know that's like the little breadcrumb trail to follow. And so this feels like the next aligned step for me to listen to that calling. But the block was like, well, what am I here to share? What am I here to bring? Like, I want to be of service to people. But I realized like that in itself is blocking me. And to try and think what maybe an audience might want is making me contort myself or mimic somebody else's work, um, to bring it to be able to have a YouTube channel. So when I saw that she was doing a diary entry, I was like, oh my God, that feels so much more free, because I'm not coming on here to say that I am going to be this, you're going to get this type of content. I'm actually just going to use YouTube for the next 6 months to do a diary entry every single week, just talking. There's going to be no script. I'm not going to really think about what I'm going to say. I'm not going to edit any of these videos. I'm just literally going to record them. I'm going to post the next day, not the same day, because I need time to detach from the ego, where I'll record and then the ego will either want to see results from that recording or video, or I'll get loads of limiting beliefs and fears, which have been coming in so loud over the past couple of days, because I knew, or since yesterday, I knew I was going to do this video. And so for the last 2 days, yesterday and today, I have been procrastinating hard. I've just done all my washing and put it on the clothes horse, and it's like normally the worst job for me. And today I did it singing. I loved it because it meant that I had an hour extra stalling this video. But I'm going to stick to my word, and I'm going to really see what might unfold when I dedicate myself to just showing up on film with no script, without trying to be something or trying to be like someone else or trying to think what an audience might want or seeking in some way, and just being and just channeling. And hopefully in the next 6 months I will become more familiar and more clear with the message that I'm here to share, my style. I'll probably enjoy it a lot more, and I maybe won't be feeling so many limitations and so many blocks that are coming up, because at the moment what is coming up for me is, once I press go on this video, it is out in the world, and that opens me up to potential judgment of others and criticism of others, um, and trolling and those sort of things that I don't know if my ego is strong enough for that. Um, or I don't know if my soul is strong enough for that. My ego is definitely fragile. And there'll be times when I think I've healed a lot and I'm grounded and I'm breezing through life and things are all going my way. And then I get wiped. And it's just a reminder that I don't think you're ever gonna feel solid. And there's always gonna be something else that needs working through, or like kicks your ass to the ground. Um, and so I think the idea of being a bit more kind of out there is, it feels icky, is what I'd say. It feels, it doesn't feel great. But then there's this inner excitement that wants to come out and it wants to share something, and it's like, just, can we just do something about this? Can we just, it's like an excitable puppy inside, but then also blanketed with these limitations and like these thoughts that keep circulating in my head of like, you're cringe, like no one's going to want to listen to you. um like, why do you want to do this? You're just seeking attention. Or, yeah, cringe is such a big one. Like, you're cringe, you're not cool, stop trying to be cool. It says, like, the thoughts and the criticism are like loud at the moment for me. And so, yeah, I've noticed myself stalling this, but today it feels very nice to just come on here and be like, oh, okay, I don't have to present myself as somebody to you. I don't have to label myself, or say that I'm going to be teaching you this, or I'm going to be solely sharing about this. I have so many life experiences that I would love to share, and I feel would probably benefit people if they resonated with it. Um, so many things, but at the moment they're just all so bottlenecked that I don't really know. I just don't know how. I don't know how to share them. I don't know where to start, almost. And I run a book club, a personal development book club, which I absolutely love. And I've been doing that now for 18 months, I think. And for every chapter we do, I'll do like a little podcast, where I read some of the chapter and then I share my insights